How's it going, everybody? I'm Rob. This is Eric.
Hello.
Welcome to episode 2, where we like to do what we do best, ruin shows for you guys. Today we're going to be ruining
into this world all alone. God takes your soul, you're on your own. A crow flies straight.
You watched it.
I watched it.
I watched it. I'm going to get my review right here. It's on my laptop and I'm unprepared. I start off by saying I give it a 3 out of 5, which is pretty good. 3 out of 5. What would you give it?
I'd give it the same.
Yeah?
3 out of 5.
So do you want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay. So it starts off really good. It has a nice recap of season 4 and like kind of what happened leading up. Because you kind of like, how long has it been since the last season?
Jeez. Well, at least 9 months.
9 months. So you kind of forget other shows are happening. Breaking Bad came on, so we were focused on that. By the way, thanks for watching our last episode. So it was a good recap. Story kicked off right away. I'd say it takes place about a month after the last one happened. Clay's out of the hospital.
Yep.
Tara's hand is healing. Gemma still has some of the bruises on her face, so that was cool. Jax he's growing his hair out a little bit, maybe trying to. He's still wearing his big old white shoes, but whatever. They're there. So let's get into it. So this is how this is going to happen now. Spoilers. When we say a spoiler, when we start to ruin something, the screen's going to turn black and white. So if you don't want to see it, skip the black and white part, and when it's in color and you can see our beautiful color and complexion again, then you're good. All right, so spoiler 1. The club's still at war with the Blacks, with the Niners, or whatever.
Niners, yeah.
And Mr. Pope kidnaps Tig, handcuffs him to some pole, and he forces Tig to watch him burn his daughter alive.
Craziest scene.
Crazy scene. It was emotional, but at the same time it was funny, and I'll get into that in a second. Yeah. But it really was. It was, he was saying like, now you feel my pain, because in season 4, if you guys remember, Tig runs over Mr. Pope's daughter.
Yep.
Which was also a crazy scene.
Yep.
And all because they thought the Blacks had shot Clay.
That's right.
And so Tig was really, trying to get like retaliation to go back against it.
Yep. Yeah, it was a well done scene to a certain point.
Yeah.
But then it gets revisited later on in the episode where they kind of brought it all. But I really like the Pope character.
Yeah.
I don't think he was in last season. I mean, he was referenced.
Yeah, he was referenced, but
I like the actor. I've seen him in a couple of other things.
I thought it was Chris Rock.
Yeah.
No, not really. But he does kind of resemble Chris Rock.
Yeah. But really, just a really good character. He reminds me of, because there's the scene toward the end where he's giving ice cream out to the kids.
Yep.
Kind of a Gus Fringy type character.
Yeah.
Kind of a front. Hey, I'm a good guy on the surface, but I'm gonna light your daughter on fire.
Yep. And also, did you ever watch Chicago Code? It was on Fox. Only lasted one season. There's a character in there. His name was Gibbons. He was kind of like this political type guy, and that's what it made me think of, because he was like, he's always giving like Chicago has like one day it's like the hottest day of the year, so he's giving out waters and stuff. This guy's giving out ice creams, and it's like, but behind the scenes, it's just all crazy.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool. I thought it really added a really good texture to the Niners gang. And like I was saying in my review to you, I wasn't really all that impressed with the Niners.
No.
Like they were just kind of like whatever, but they weren't as cool as the Mexicans. They weren't as cool as the Irish.
Not as cool even as the white supremacists.
Yeah, exactly.
A couple seasons back
when he had Henry Rollins in there.
Yeah.
And he did great though.
That was a great.
But along with that part, I thought it was funny, and I was crediting it to the actor who plays Tig. When his daughter was dying, he was just kind of like, "Oh no, oh no!" And my wife and I were watching it, and we were cracking up.
Yeah,
we couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah. I had said I don't think it's the actor so much as it was the director. The director said this is how you're going to respond, and then later on, a couple of the workers come out. He's able to kill a guy, take his gun, and then just go crazy like we've all come to know Tig. Just blows this guy away, and he really has this meltdown that you would think would have happened originally. But I was with you. I was like, that's the weirdest. Oh God, no!
And he's like walking around in the background, like
It was really funny. It was really funny. So, cool.
Yeah. So another thing that I really liked is how Jax has taken the seat at the gavel. Is that he's the president of the Sons of Anarchy. I really liked how they added in the new the guys from the Nomad. You know, they were just kind of that right in, and then they added them in. Yeah. That was pretty cool. What do you think about that?
No, I did. I like that. And what the thing that Rob and I both appreciate in shows are the characters, and the characters add to the story. Unlike last week we talked about Breaking Bad. Unlike that show, this is more action driven.
Oh yeah, big time.
Not so much. I mean, not so much the characters. I'm more connected to the action and the story than I am to the characters.
Yeah.
So it was really kind of a weird deal in terms of the fact that there was going to be another season. I think if the show would have ended with and it shows at the very beginning in the recap with Jack sitting at the table at the head of the table with his Tara just right there. Like that could have been the end of the series, and I would have been just fine with it. Instead, they just keep pushing the story forward. So I guess we'll just keep going along for the ride. I like the fact that the gang it got hit some. You know, they got Bobby out of prison,
which was awesome,
which was cool. And then now the club's a bit fractured again because of another spoiler that we're going to get to.
Yeah.
So.
So Jax throws what seems to be his first meeting of him being the president, and Clay walks in. So I just want to get into one thing first. It seemed like kind of weird that everyone is like kind of pissed at Clay, but he's kind of just like walking around places, like with his little oxygen tank, and he's just like he's at the house, he's at the club, and everyone's just kind of staring at him. It's kind of weird, but I don't know. It just seems like really weird to me right now.
Yeah, and it's funny because he is kind of a similar to the Walter White thing of an anti-hero. Like you don't like him, but I mean I really don't like him.
Yeah.
If he was, and what's crazy is I love the actor.
Oh yeah, Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman is a great actor, and if he was to leave the show, forget Sons of Anarchy. But it's kind of like the character, like, just go away, Clay.
Please,
just
please, somebody kill you.
Should have been shot and killed in the last episode, and that would have been that.
Yeah.
But now he's just kind of like old man Clay. Hey, I got my oxygen thing. Oh, I can't pick up my motorcycle. Oh, this and that.
That part was funny, and I was kind of hoping. Because he tries to pick his motorcycle up, he's too weak. I was kind of hoping he would get trapped under it and be like,
I've fallen and I can't get up. This whole thing. But yeah, it was really I'm with you on the whole Clay thing. But the spoiler is he confesses.
Yeah, he does.
Partially. Because, him and, Jackson and him are there. They're kind of in collusion about keeping the club together because they have the deal that still has to happen.
Yeah, and Jax has made it very clear that that's the only reason why Clay's alive.
Exactly. And so he confesses to killing Piney, which surprised me.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't know that he was going to do that, and that's a good surprise because one of my knocks on the show, the reason that we would both give this show 3 out of 5, is it's pretty predictable.
Yeah, that's true.
I
think this episode, probably out of all the other episodes, besides when Abel got taken, I kind of didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Back in the 3rd season, I think. This episode, there was a lot of like catch me off guard.
Yeah, you're like, whoa, hey, and that's good. So I'm glad they're doing that, and I hope that continues. So, but he does. He confesses to Piney's murder, but he doesn't say really what fully happened.
Yeah,
in terms of who shot him. Of course, you mentioned that it was they said the Niners shot him, which is why Tig went crazy and that whole deal. But so there's kind of this. But that was kind of a cool thing.
I liked how he did that. Jax seemed pretty pissed about it because Jax wanted to keep everything under wraps, right? But everything was kind of boiling under the surface anyway. So Clay did that, and I think it just opened the story up more, which I love because I was thinking before I watched the episode, like, what is going to happen, like what could happen,
right?
And and so now I think it's wide open. And one of the things I love about it being wide open is everything's resorting back to Clay. Yeah. Tig now knows that the Niners didn't shoot Clay, so his daughter died because of Clay. Opie shot him because he killed his dad, so Opie's gonna try to get revenge still.
So that's why I was saying he confessed to killing Piney, but they didn't share the whole story because they don't want to rip the club apart. Because that's what would happen if he finds out that it wasn't the Niners that shot him, that it was Opie. Well, everyone's going to be mad at Opie.
Yep.
Tig is going to be like, oh, great. I killed now we're beefing with the Niners because based on a lie.
Yep.
And so I think obviously that's all going to come around.
Yeah, definitely.
And stuff.
Yeah, it was a great episode. It ended up with You saw in the beginning scene, which was pretty awkward.
Yeah.
An awkward scene. Gemma ended up at some sort of kind of a whorehouse type deal.
An escort.
Escort service. Yeah, like a pimp. She basically slept with a pimp. And 4 witnesses came towards the middle of the episode. 4 witnesses came and said they identified Jax and Tig and who else? The day that
the Scottish guy.
The Scottish guy. You're right. Yep. Whatever his face is.
Yeah.
When Tig killed Mr. Pope's daughter, and so they go into hiding, and Gemma takes them to the escort service house or whatever. Yeah. Which I'm excited to see where that's going to go. Who that character really is.
Yeah. Well, I like Jimmy Smits. As an actor, anything he's in always makes it better.
Yep.
And so kind of. So he's affiliated, like he had mentioned earlier that he's affiliated with, protection, gang protection. So who's he with?
Yeah, who's he with? I would kind of like to see him with the real cartel.
Yeah.
And then, spoiler alert, with the real cartel, and then the CIA guys are getting mixed up. People are starting to find out. Yeah. Wait, these aren't the real cartel.
Yep.
But when Jax did meet with the CIA leader, I can't remember his name in the show, Danny Trejo plays him. He was saying you need to inform Bobby that we aren't the real cartel.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that to happen because Bobby's going to freak.
Yeah.
And that's going to be good. So then it ended with Unser feeding the birds. He comes sit back down at the table or he's turning the lights off or something, and 4 guys break in the house.
But some guy with a little funky foot.
Yeah, he had a prosthetic foot or something like that.
Foot, yeah. So
I think it'll. I don't know if it'll be next episode we find out.
No, it'll be a couple episodes down. But overall, I'm excited to see where the story's going to go.
Yeah, definitely.
It's here, so let's embrace it and rock and roll.
Cool. Well, that was our ruiners for Sons of Anarchy season 5 episode 1. You want to talk about Walking Dead real quick?
Yeah.
We got a little time. They just released a new Walking Dead TV spot. Has the same tagline they've been using: "Fight the dead, fear the living," and really gives a good shot of them in the prison, and Rick's doing whatever he has to do to keep the team alive, or the group alive, and it's been really cool. We're huge fans of the book. We read the book, and we're really excited about the governor coming into play. So where do you think it's going to go with the governor?
Oh man, in the comic book, the governor his character is just so vile.
Yeah.
Where he runs this city, this refuge, and he runs it with intimidation and fear, but he provides really gruesome entertainment, zombies fighting each other. He has his own a daughter, I think, that he keeps on a chain as his daughter.
Yep, it is. Yep.
That he keeps on a chain in his house, who's been turned into a zombie. I don't know if they'll go that far, but yeah, just a horrible human being. And also in the book is what I liked is they kind of created their own little living place, right? Yeah.
So and that was their entertainment. They did this for the people, and it was all for the greater good, right? Mm-hmm. But and in the book it's a lot different than the show. Certain characters aren't there anymore,
right.
This and that. We were introduced to Michonne.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. And she ends up there, which is great, which is a really brutal storyline with her.
Yeah. And I hope they go into that.
I hope they go in that too. I'd like to see how they do it. Basically, she ends up at the camp, the governor's camp, or city. It's basically a city, and she's pretty brutally beaten and raped.
Yeah.
And so when they get her, she just goes crazy after that.
Yeah.
So.
You saw the last episode last season when they introduced her.
Mm-hmm.
She has got this killer samurai sword.
Yeah,
she's just taking fools out.
And she had the 2 zombies with her, which I thought was super cool.
And they'll get into that. Hopefully they'll get into who the zombies are and stuff. But yeah, I'm excited about that. About both the governor and Michonne. I'm excited that Merle's coming back.
Yeah, man,
just such one of the better characters.
Yep.
That just left the show too soon. Yep. I was so bummed. And I like his brother's character, but he kind of softened up.
Yeah.
In the second season. But again, this goes back to the character. Diving in the character. I know that most people were not thrilled with the first half of the second season.
Agreed.
Yeah, and I'm in that camp as well. But if you think back on those first 6 episodes and how it built up to the break, it was just building character.
Yeah.
And then the last 6 episodes, 6 or 7 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
however many were left, it was a lot more action. It was a lot
Mm-hmm.
more, let's kill some zombies. That's what the show is.
Yeah,
let's
and then
kill zombies.
The final episode was great.
Oh man,
The zombies coming over the hill.
Oh, man, so
It
good.
was good.
and the prison thing, for the people that have read the book, I mean, it's first they got to clean out the prison, which
Yep.
there's in the preview.
Yeah.
It really shows that they got to clean out the prison, but then they establish kind of this is kind of a safe zone. But really, how safe is it? Hopefully
Yep.
Carl won't be taking too many more walks through the woods.
Yeah.
Gosh, Carl.
Crazy Carl.
Yeah. But it's good. I'm really excited about
The prison
this.
was one of my favorite parts of the book
Mm-hmm.
because they thought it was so safe, and then all hell breaks loose.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it,
It's gonna be
and
good.
I know you are. And so we'll
What,
be
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So when the first one comes out, expect another episode. It's going to be good. And then last but not least, they released a trailer for Lincoln.
Mhm.
Steven Spielberg, his new movie Lincoln. It's literally amazing.
Man, so it is the number one movie I'm looking forward to seeing.
Mhm.
It's Spielberg directing it. My favorite director, Daniel Day-Lewis as Lincoln,
Who is
just
one of the best actors of
best character actors of all time.
Yeah,
I mean,
of all time.
in terms of getting into the character.
Mhm.
And we were talking about, and in fact, the big buzz about this trailer is, well, Abraham Lincoln's voice has got higher tone, kind of like
Yeah.
my tone compared to your tone.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's
Mhm.
because Spielberg and Daniel Day-Lewis both, they researched the characters, and historians by and large have said, well, Lincoln's voice had a higher pitch to it, and so it kind of threw people for a loop. They're expecting a lot
Yeah.
deeper voice.
I mean, I definitely was expecting a deeper voice.
Yeah, and of course the other buzz about it, I don't know how much you've read, is they're gonna manipulate truth and to make it into a certain political thing. It's a election year, so let's kind of make it this. You know what? But just tell us the story based on historical facts. Give us a good representation of Lincoln, and
Mhm.
I mean, right there, you got Spielberg and Daniel Day-Lewis.
I mean, the cast is awesome. Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how many
Really
people
good.
they've got in this. So it's going to be. I'm really looking forward to it. But spoiler alert! We guess we can. We're
Oh,
going
yeah.
to spoil a movie we haven't even seen yet.
We're going to spoil it. Ready?
Ready? Lincoln gets shot.
Yeah. We already know. We've heard the story before.
Sorry.
Sorry. We ruined it.
Okay, so.
So, yeah. It's going to be
It's-
good.
it's
We're
gonna
looking... What's the release date on it? Do you know?
Oh, it's I think it's November, right around Thanksgiving.
Awesome.
It's before. Yeah, I think it kicks off the Christmas rush of movies.
Good. I'll definitely be
so
seeing that in the theater.
It's gonna be good stuff.
So, yeah. All right. Well, that's the episode. Thanks for watching. Check out digitalbomb.net. We'll be posting lots of stuff. And until next time, ruin someone's life.
Please.